So here we've got some constructions to do. Use a ruler and compasses to bisect the angle at A, obviously leaving in my construction lines. Okay, well, let's go over to my geometry set. Here it is, and there's the question again. So I need a ruler and compasses. Well, first of all, I need a pair of compasses. There it is. And what I need to do is I need to put the pair of compasses with a pointy bit at A there. And then I need to make my compasses, well, it doesn't really matter how big I make them, but just a comfortable size. And then I'm going to keep them the same. So I've locked that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark on the two lines points which are the same distance from A. So if I draw an arc there, and then I move my pair of compasses round to here, and draw an arc down here as well, the 2 points I've marked here are the same distance from A, where the arcs cross the lines. They're the same distance from A. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my compasses up to one of the points of intersection. Let's do this one first. Don't know why I've chosen to do that one, I just did. And I'm going to draw an arc somewhere in the middle. Okay, like this. There we go. And then I'm going to move my compasses to the other point of intersection up here, and I'm going to bring my pair of compasses down, and again I'm going to draw an arc like this. Okay, there it is. And you'll notice that I've done it so that those two arcs cross. Now that means that the point where they cross is the same distance from the 2 points we had earlier, and that means they're the same distance, or that crossing point is the same distance from the lines. And if I join up the angle A to the point I've just created with a nice ruled straight line, I get, well, that. Okay, and that is the perpendicular bisector. And this angle here and this angle here, the two with the big dots in them, must be the same. And that's part A. Okay, so having done that, let's see what we can do with part B. Again, ruler and compasses, this time perpendicular from the point P to the line QR. So we want to end up with a line like this at right angles to that. Okay, well, let's see what we can do. Let's go back to the geometry set. Now this is going to be quite similar to part A in many ways. Here's a pair of compasses. Not quite sure what those lines are. Here's a pair of compasses. Right, let's move our pair of compasses and put the pointy bit again on P. Okay, and then what we need to do is make sure the compasses are big enough that it crosses the line the line QR, and again we're going to keep it locked, so make sure your pair of compasses are nice and stiff. Right, let's draw an arc there which crosses the line QR, and then let's move the compasses round and draw another arc here. And so what I've got there is I've got 2 points, the points where the arcs cross the line, which are the same distance from the point P, a bit like I did before. Okay, now let's take our pair of compasses again and let's put the pointy bit at one of those points of intersection and draw an arc here. Okay, now all those points on the arc are the same distance from the pointy bit, and let's go back over here to the other point of intersection and put my pointy bit there. Now, if I draw another arc crossing or intersecting that first arc like that, let's just move the pair of compasses out of the way, you will see that I have 2 points now, P and the point of intersection. And if I simply join those up, because of the symmetry of the whole thing, and because everything's the same distance from everything, I get a line like that, which is, happily, at right angles to the line QR. And we're done. And just for completeness sake, here are the 2 constructions back on the original question paper.